Hello everyone, my name is Lev, and today we're going to learn about Google Dorking. In this video, I will be covering the following topics. What is Google Dorking? How does Google Dorking works? A short background of a web search engine and its basic functions, how to use Google Dorking, and at the end of this video, I will be sharing a Python script for Google Dorking. Let's begin. What is Google Dorking and how does it work? Google Dorking is the use of advanced operators inside Google's search engine in order to locate specific information within the search results. Information such as text. Now, more information about Google's search advanced operators can be found in the link below. Most of you may already know that Google's search engine is the most popular and most visited search engine. In fact, every day there are millions of people who visit and use this search engine's webpage, and for this very reason, a hacker can use the Google Dorking technique in order to find information, such as an organization's leaked passwords, list of names and titles, workers' ID cards, photos, and much more. Before we continue any further with the technique of Google Dorking, let's go over some basics. First thing, we're going to talk about a search engine. A search engine is a software that is designed to carry out a search on the World Wide Web. And as you already know, there are other search engines out there on the web such as Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, and many more. A search engine has a few main components. A crawler, also known as a spider, a parser, an index, a scheduler, and rank. Now those are some of the main components. There are more. However, we will not be going into further details of these other components in this video. We'll start with the crawler. A crawler or spider is a program which is used for the purpose of web indexing. The crawler operates by starting with a list of URLs to visit called seeds. As the spider visits these seeds, it identifies all of the hyperlinks in the pages. Index is the function of creating tables that point to the location of folders, files, and records. According to the purpose, this function identifies location of resources based in file names, key fields in a database, text within a file, and stores all of this information in a database. Parser is also a software component that takes input data, frequently a text, and builds a data structure, often some kind of parse tree, abstract syntax tree, or some hierarchical structure, giving a structural representation of the input while checking for correct syntax. The scheduler displays the information to the user within a very short time, roughly around 1 second. Rank is a function which provides the pieces of content that will best answer a user's search query, meaning the results are ordered by most relevant to the least. However, this order can be optimized by the use of search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. There are a few influences of how results are ranked, such as how responsive a website is to different browser types. For example, you've got Chrome, Firefox, Explorer, and so on. This includes mobile phones browsers. Another influence is how easily it is to crawl your website through the use of sitemaps and whether it's even allowed. There are various tools online that will show you just how optimized a domain is, such as SEOsitecheckup.com. Now, before we continue and start talking about sitemaps, we need to talk about a file called robots.txt. This is a text file which defines the permissions a crawler has. For instance, let's say you want to allow only Google's crawler to index your site and not Yahoo's. Robots.txt also specifies what files and directories are allowed to be indexed. It is worth mentioning that robots.txt is the first file to be indexed and must be served at the root directory and specified by the web server itself. Robots.txt consists of a few keywords. First keyword is user agent. This keyword specifies the type of crawler that can index your site. An asterisk allows all user agents, which means it will allow all browsers. Second keyword is allow. This keyword specifies the directory or file that the crawler can index. Third keyword is disallow. This keyword specifies the directories or file that the crawler cannot index. And fourth and final keyword is sitemap. This keyword provides a reference to where the sitemap is located. Here are two examples of robots.txt. If you need more time to take a look at these examples, please feel free to press the pause button. In this illustrated example, we can see how a web search engine operates in a nutshell. If you notice, we have all the main components that we spoke about earlier. So in order to get to the bottom line, I will explain this illustration very quickly. The crawler takes notes on websites, from the titles in use to the text on each page, in order to learn more about who you are, what you do, and who might be interested in finding you. So, locate new data, record what is it about, then store the information in a database. Now the search engine needs to figure out how to best match and display the information in its database when someone types in a search query. Now the information in a database must be categorized correctly, rearranged, and displayed in roughly a second after someone expects it. We finally get to talk about sitemaps. Sitemaps, just like a geographical map in real life, are just about that, only for websites. They are indicative resources that are helpful for crawlers as they specify necessary routes to find content on the domain. Here we can see an illustration of a sitemap. Please feel free to press the pause button if you need more time to process the illustration. So far, we've went over the Google Dorking technique. We've went over websites and some basic functions such as crawler, parser, scheduler, index, and rank. And we have also went over about how the rank can be optimized via robots.txt and sitemaps. Next, I will share a screenshot of a Google Dorking technique and what the result page looks like after we perform that. Alright, so after performing a search without Google Dorking and after performing a search with the advanced operators, we can see we have two different results. Without the use of the advanced operators, our search is slower and our results are irrelevant. Some of the results have nothing to do with the PDF file that we're seeking. Using the advanced operators, you can see that our search is not only faster, but we get only PDF files from the website of intel.com. Thank you very much for watching this video about Google Dorking. Along this video, I will attach a Python script for executing Google Dorking via Python. Thank you very much, and stay safe.